And we are live. What's going on, everybody? I'm Squidgrow Joe. This is DeFi Sean. And
What's going on,
another
guys?
amazing Phoenix Friday. Another time. Listen, we look forward to these Phoenix Fridays because throughout the week, I mean, the team behind the scenes is running around. Everyone's getting everything done. A lot of people being talked to. And this is what we look forward to. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We're like, I can't wait for this to happen. So it's really excuse me. It's really cool to be here. I know I'm excited about it. Sean's excited about it. The team's excited about it. And it's just really cool to see everybody here today. One thing, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to save them for the end of the live stream. We're going to be taking a lot of Q&As. So if you have any questions that you've been wanting to ask throughout the entire week, we will be hearing that out once again at the end of the AMA today. So we got the first bit of news. Is going to be staking. You want to go into that? Or you want me to?
No, yeah, I'll go into it. So, as everyone knows, this past week we had a crucial moment in time where our 30-day stake was unlocking. I'm using the word crucial for a lack of a better term. I mean, no matter what happened, we have our funding. We're going forward. We're moving forward. But it went surprisingly well. I believe we still have 46.3% of the whole supply staked, with 30.4% going from the regular 30-day stake to the 6-month auto compounding. So that's absolutely awesome to see that you guys trust us to get behind us and allow us to work, sit back and collect your huge rewards in the form of reflections, kind of bringing it back in that, old school SafeMoon reflections. But yeah, everything went perfectly well with the staking. Every single day, it seems more and more people are staking for that 6 months, which just helps us, get closer and closer to that 100 million plus market cap that we're going to be aiming for, which we'll talk about some ways that we hopefully are going to get there as this episode goes on.
One thing I think, from me, myself, and the team we saw, especially in the Telegram chat, as well as Discord, was a bit of fear as far as when the unstaking happened. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know people were going to unstake and just immediately just run and sell, or we didn't know people were going to unstake and get ready to restake within the 60 days. And, I wouldn't even want to say too shocking, but definitely something that we knew there was multiple scenarios. And obviously what happened recently with staking is the best case scenario. A lot of people said we're going to restake, we're going to get our version of tokenomics, and we're basically going to be locked into this project. And we have a lot of holders. Like every single day, more and more holders getting, like Sean said, more and more holders getting in, they're buying in, and they're staking in for 6 months. There's also other obviously staking pools, but the 6-month one is massive due to the amount of so many people getting involved, and not only is like locking in, but being a part of the community, going in Telegram, going in here on YouTube, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and talking with everybody. And it's something that me and the team are absolutely humbled by and appreciate that you guys do that for us.
Yep. Also, I wanted to touch on. I also wanted to touch on, since you said something about holders. Keep in mind, everyone's kind of talking about how the holders are stagnant, which it is. We're getting ready to move towards that next leg. But keep in mind, when people stake and they stake all their tokens, they're no longer a holder. If people go over to 2bit or people go over to Bitmart, they're no longer a holder. So keep that in mind. We actually have more holders than what BSC scan will say that we have, which is completely fine. But yeah, our goal is obviously to get as many holders as possible, move towards that 10,000 mark, 20,000 mark, and continually go up from there.
And that's a great point. If you guys look to stake, even right now, if you want to stake, keep 1 token in your wallet. It will count you as a holder, because the second you remove all those tokens and throw them on a staking contract, we can't see you as a holder. It's a very good point, actually. And once again, to everybody out there, like Sean said, we are looking to still expand. We're looking to make it a lot more noisier. And as we enter into the green market, as Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin at today? Almost almost $70,000 Bitcoin. As we enter into the green market, it's going to get a lot more crowded all throughout YouTube, Twitter. People are just wondering, what do I do? How do I get involved? And they're going to see this token, and they're going to need your help to help them get set up. So, it's always appreciated when we see, and we love to see as a team, people helping other people out via the Telegram. Don't click at any links, but when someone has advice for you, hey, listen, it's good advice.
Yep.
So up next, we're going to have the Arbot.
So, before we get on to the Arbot, kind of put something else in my head about the market absolutely exploding. And again, we're not geniuses or anything, but how BNB is going up, that's exactly what we were hoping for. And not only will the price continue to go up, but human nature says that people are going to come back to Binance as they come in from the bull market, because we do what we're familiar with. So all these people that were operating on Binance, they aren't just going to hop back in and say, hey, I'm going to hop on over to Solana. No, they're going to have no idea how to do that. They're going to go back where they're comfortable. So this is the reason why we chose Binance even before this rally started, because we can see this coming, and obviously, hopefully it's coming to fruition, and we actually are going into that bull run. If you'd asked me like 2 weeks ago, is this the start of a bull run? I probably would have said no, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. We're kind of in uncharted territory, but I'm actually starting to lean that maybe this is kind of the start of that bull run. But Joe had mentioned the arbitrage bot. Obviously, everyone knows this. The arbitrage bot has got up and running finally. It's a little bit more work than what some people might realize to get an arbitrage bot going. So far, we've done a $300 buyback and burn. Earlier today, we did a $120 buyback and burn. Now, these buys are always going to be random. We'll announce after we do it, but we'll never announce before. We probably won't ever let it get to thousands of dollars at one time, as we're not trying to create too much price movement with that one transaction. But yeah, that's a good thing. So $420 just in the last few hours from the RBot, and as volume picks up and it's arbitraging between our DEX and PancakeSwap, that price is just going to keep going up and up and up, or the balance in the wallet, I should say, not price, which just means more buying and burning.
Yeah, these burns obviously are something that a lot of people in the community, we see when you guys mention it about how you guys love seeing burns happen, because the more burns, obviously, the less tokens available. Less tokens available means it's better for you that holds the tokens, that owns the tokens. So that's something that team and myself, we constantly look at as far as what can we do to burn as many tokens. And Arbot is just an absolutely amazing way of doing it. Another thing that's going on is also CoinMarketCap. As far as the supply and getting it verified on CoinMarketCap.
Yep. So you want to take it?
Oh, I mean, I just read the top part of it. If you want to go more into it.
Yep. So Mike's working on getting our supply verified, which is going to mean a higher ranking on CoinMarketCap. So our plug that's getting that done for us asks that we stop the burn lotto while it's getting done. So the burn lotto is coming to an end. If it hasn't ended, it's ending any minute now. Very, very close. So once we end it, we are going to put a pause on the burn lotto to let us get the supply verified and get everything done that we need to get done. Once the supply is officially verified on CoinMarketCap, then we'll pick back up with the burn lotto. And we actually are going to have another game coming out very shortly that we're going to introduce to you guys once that's done. So we're going to kind of have two games. This one's actually a little bit more fun. You actually have a higher chance of winning when you're playing this game. I guess I won't say it yet. I'm not sure if we spilled the beans on what it is, but it is a fun game that, just creates that community engagement, keeps everyone engaged in the chat and things like that. So as soon as we get verified, we'll roll out the burn lotto and the new game so everyone can go ahead and play that.
So once again, everybody understand, I want everyone to understand, we got to pause the burn lotto for a minute just to get the CoinMarketCap supply verified. Once we verify that, then we can go back to doing that. It's just something I'm going to reiterate, because I know a lot of people we're still going to get people asking. It's going to happen in like Telegram or Discord. They'll be like, what happened to the lotto? You guys, with that? So I just want to reiterate that as much as possible. We're not stopping that. We just have to pause that temporarily just to get CoinMarketCap sorted out. And then we'll be good to go again. And then we have a new DEX coming. That is something that, Sean, you've been really, cooking behind the scenes. So,
all right. So I'm going to go into it a little. Matt's probably listening. He might be screaming when I misexplain something. But Mark, or DeFi Mark, safemoon Mark, whatever you want to call him, for whatever you know him, is building us an absolute behemoth of a DEX. I mean, this thing is going to do never before seen stuff. So just some of the highlights now. Mark will be back on soon, because he can explain it in detail so you exactly understand it. But just like a rough idea of how it's going to work is, a lot of people know by now that PancakeSwap skims liquidity, things like that. We're going to be doing the exact opposite. So once we're on there, or when we have, let's call them Project A on there, every time someone buys Project A or us or whoever it may be, Project B, it's going to burn Operation Phoenix. It's going to take a certain percent of that of Operation Phoenix, send it to the staking wallet. There's also going to be another percentage of that sent over to the marketing wallet. And then also the token on the DEX, instead of their liquidity getting skimmed, they're actually going to have a percentage sent to either their burn, their staking, their marketing, whatever they want to do with that. It's going to be up to them when we set them up on the DEX. And just kind of for like a reference, how Mark says it, it's pretty simple. It's going to end up being like, let's say we have 100 list partners and they have just 100 transactions per day, because we're going to charge a flat fee rather than a percentage. So 100 projects, 100 transactions per day, we're talking about millions of dollars that will be flowing through Operation Phoenix. So this is something that we're going to market very heavily. Mark already has projects lined up that were waiting to come on this. So for full transparency, this was Mark's idea, but it's something that he's had for about a year now. And he's got relationships, which if you follow him, you'll know this. He's got relationships with plenty of other projects that he could have launched this with. It wasn't just like, let's just do it. Like, he chose us because he wanted to get behind us. He sees in us what hopefully a lot of you guys see in us. So he specifically wanted to launch it with us. So with that confidence, we're going to go ahead and market it and get as many swap partners as possible. Because remember, every single time a transaction happens on that DEX, Operation Phoenix is going to be burned. Supply is going to be sent to the staking wallet and into the marketing wallet, which is awesome. And just keep that in mind as you think about that math. Even if we just get a percent of a percent of a percent of like what Pancake Swap or Uniswap or something does, I mean, it'll be absolutely massive for Operation Phoenix. Now, it is going to be similarly branded. I do know that, but it's not going to be an exact replica of Operation Phoenix, because we want the front end to be a little bit more broad. We don't want people getting on it thinking that they're competing for views against Operation Phoenix. So the DEX is going to be slightly, I guess, have a slightly different front end than what you see on our website and things like that, because we want it to appeal to everyone. We don't want it to everyone to feel like they're coming into our project and that, you know, we're competition against them. Also, another thing he's implementing, which I'm going to let him explain this, but basically the way it's going to be set up is, and the way the LPs are going to be set up is basically kind of think of the surge technology to a certain extent, but every single time a transaction happens on the DEX, not only is it burning, send it to the staking, everything I keep saying about that, but every single time a transaction happens, everybody listed on the DEX, their value goes up. Again, if you know about the surge technology, it's very similar to that, but it's going to be put on a broader scale. It's going to be relayed across an entire DEX instead of just with a token. So not only do we get burns, we get staking wallets, we get stuff sent to the marketing wallet, but every single time a purchase happens, it also raises the value of our token and every other token on the DEX. So it is an absolute game changer. It's just up to us to market it and push it and get people to see the value of it. Because if we can get this thing and just capture a small market share of the whole DEX market, I mean, this can be absolutely game changing for us. Like I said, not one person could buy Operation Phoenix, and you could potentially see millions of dollars flowing through Operation Phoenix just with that. And again, never going to speculate. We're founders. We can't talk about price and stuff. But I mean, especially with hopefully the bull market approaching, I mean, you can only imagine the things that we're capable of once that's implemented, which again, just brings it up even next level. So hopefully I explained that as best as I could. Matt might be crawling in his skin saying, "Oh, that's not exactly right." But like I said, we're going to have Mark on soon and he can explain it exactly how it works. I just kind of wanted to give a sneak peek to everyone.
Yeah, I know people were talking throughout the week about seeing Mark's tweet about how excited he is for what he's about to roll out DEX wise. And, this is something that, the team has been going over and over. I had to hear it about 3 or 4 times to absorb it. It's a lot, but ultimately it's something that I think a lot of holders want to be a part of, have something that just naturally grows as time goes on, as more people get involved. And with Operation Phoenix and us as a team, our goal is not just for us to grow as a community, which is inevitable. It's going to happen. With the green market, in my opinion, I think that it's a matter of when and at what point you're going to turn around and go, whoa, why is there more people here than there were yesterday? It's beyond that. It's growing within other crypto communities, uniting DeFi. And having a DEX is the fundamental basis of uniting DeFi, and especially a DEX in which everyone can benefit from. So something that we've definitely been really excited about for a while. And we're definitely looking to, more forward to hear what Mark has to say as time goes on. Like I said, like Sean said, we'll have Mark come on here and explain more stuff, because There's a lot to it. It's like super complicated, but it's once again, it's in totality. It's what benefits everybody.
Yep. And though it's complicated, let's just keep this in mind. That's just the technical side. You, the end user, you just hop on, have your BNB ready, and you buy. So it's nothing complicated for the user. It's easy entry, things like that. So as far as the user is concerned, it's super, super easy. Also, another thing that I kind of forgot to even mention in the notes for the show is Mark's Swapper. So he kind of broke the code for a couple other projects, I should say, we're trying to do. So we're not going to have sole access to this, but we are going to be the first people on the platform, basically having one centralized LP. So we're going to have the Operation Phoenix LP on Binance, and you're literally going to be able to use Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, Arbitrage, and literally buy Operation Phoenix with any of those without you doing anything else, just using your ETH and buying Operation Phoenix. So it's actually really cool that we're going to be at the forefront of a lot of this technology. And if anyone that's talked to Mark, I mean, he is light years ahead of anyone else I know as far as Solidity. So it's pretty cool and pretty exciting that that he kind of got behind us and wants to roll that out with us. You know, a lot of other YouTubers, Crypto Atlas, I'm sure he's listening. He's been huge. I know he loves us. He's always doing stuff. So I like that some of the former SafeMoon people are really, really getting behind us and they like what we're doing, which makes us feel awesome. And you know, we're honored to kind of be put in that position, and we're going to keep moving forward with it.
Another thing that, and I'm not sure if I can mention this, but stop me if I can. If you use, let's say, like ETH or Polygon to buy Operation Phoenix, not only we get the tokens, but you'll actually get what is it, BNB for the gas fees. So you'll be able to, so you're not just stuck with like the tokens by itself, but you'll also have the gas fees in case you want to swap those tokens out for something else as well.
Yep. So that's how the original version of it worked. We'll get Mark to clarify because there was an original version that we were just going to be using, and then he kind of went in and did like the whole thing. So we'll get him to verify that. Because I'm not 100% sure. Again, that's why we're going to have Mark on. I'm by no means a developer or a dev, so I can only explain what I can comprehend. Like I said, it sometimes will take multiple conversations. I mean, when Mark pitched the idea to us, I was just sitting there like, awesome. But just kind of takes you a while to wrap your brain around it, you know. And you know, I understand these things pretty good, but yeah, it's still a lot to wrap your head around. And once everyone wraps their head around the value of that DEX, it's insane for what it can do for the value of Operation Phoenix.
Absolutely. Next up we have on the docket over here is basically our brand Operation Phoenix. So we can't say a lot of things. Like I said, there's a lot of things happen in the background. I wish I could tell you guys because some of you guys would be insanely bullish hearing it. It's immediately some of you will go, oh, that's crazy, but there's a lot going on in the background. And one of the things we decided as a team to talk about, especially on this Phoenix Friday, is basically how we are looking to brand away from SafeMoon. And that's going to be a lot of changes. Obviously, a lot of people here are SafeMoon people. I used to be a SafeMoon people. Sean wasn't, you know, he bought SafeMoon. Like a lot of people are from SafeMoon. And as time goes on, we still want to grab those SafeMoon holders out there because we know there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that's currently, as we say, asleep that are subscribed to me, Crypto Atlas, show everybody. So we want to wake those people up and say, hey, listen, come over here to Operation Phoenix. But with that said, as far as like our front end and things we talk about, we want to brand away from just how SafeMoon was and become, like we talked, like I said in Telegram, the evolution of what SafeMoon wish it was, done correctly, but branded away from what SafeMoon is.
Yep, exactly. So I'm kind of the one in the background that handles the marketing and lining everything up. And believe it or not, having the attachment to SafeMoon hurts us. There's a lot of marketers that they see us talking SafeMoon. They see us, you know, with the branding similar to SafeMoon, and it turns them off. A lot of influencers, a lot of KOLs, they're terrified of the SafeMoon army. So we just feel like it's the right move. You know, it's something that we're super close to. We're recreating that community, but we think it's time, you know, a month in that we start to kind of rebrand away from SafeMoon and become Operation Phoenix and become our own brand. And mention that anyone that's bought in the merch shop, not a big deal. So Mike's already pretty much got our new logo going. It's not too much dissimilar from the one you see behind me, but it's pretty badass. I think everyone's gonna like it. And anyone that has bought merch, not a big deal. Hit me up and I'll get you a new shirt, hoodie, whatever you ordered so that we can get that replaced for you. Not a big deal at all. We will take care of you because I'm sure that will be one of the top questions is what about the people that have already bought merch?
Yeah, we're not gonna leave you high and dry like SafeMoon did in V1. We got your back. But it's true. Listen, we love the same community. I mean, me and Sean and many people spent so much time in that community, and we're looking forward to, as time goes on, still reach out to those holders. They're gonna come because they're gonna come back, look at a crypto wallet, and go, "What happened? Who did this?" And they're gonna learn about what happened with SafeMoon, and we're still going to be here. And we would love to have those holders join us because, like I said, in the green market, and if you guys remember SafeMoon, how it was, used to be in the green market, there was excitement everywhere you turn. And here it's going to be that way. And we want those holders with us because we want everybody to be with us as we move forward in the green market. When we release new things like updated decks, when people see the staking and how they want to get involved as well. I mean, there's just so much. Tokens and obviously, people always talk about supply shock, but there's just so much what we're excited about. And that's only the things you guys know about. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, like I said, that we're going to be working on rolling out for you guys. And it's a crazy amount because the team is constantly moving forward and constantly looking to do more all the time, 24/7. Like I wake up at 4 in the morning and there'll be people in the core chat going, "Hey, we can do this and we can do that." And like everyone is excited and still focused 24/7 about what we can do. And unfortunately, that one of the things we can do is branch away from the negative connotations of SafeMoon and move forward and show everybody, don't worry about Safe, it's gone already. We're here. So this is all this is the good part. And this part is going to get bigger and better as time goes on. And we already have done it. And we'll continue to do so as time goes on as well.
Yep. A couple of, I guess, developmental things to mention real quick too is as far as the blockchain goes, I know we're going to be talking to the community about it. We're heavily leaning towards it as of right now because we want one LP. A lot of people made very good points that if we're not having millions and millions and millions of dollars in volume, having a layer one and having that barrier of entry is probably a very bad idea. So at this point in time, we would be leaning towards L2 unless, we absolutely explode in a month from now. We got, a $3 billion market cap or something crazy and we're the hot ticket item and everyone wants in, then that might change a little bit. So as of right now, we're leaning a little bit towards a layer 2. Now, obviously, a couple things kind of got paused a little bit because we wanted to get that DEX done. Now, that DEX is coming more than likely next week. So it's not something we're talking about a month from now. It's something that we're talking about happening right now with that DEX. Also been asked a lot about NFTs. So right after the DEX, Mark is going to go ahead and get started on getting our NFT marketplace built. So at that point, our NFTs will come. We're going to be splitting the money up in multiple different ways. Don't even know if we mention anything to the public, but there's going to be at least 25% of all NFTs. The funds from that, at least 25% is going straight back into the LP, buying and burning, all that good stuff. It's just a good opportunity to strengthen that LP. Every single day that LP is getting stronger and stronger. And then it'll help with the development of the blockchain. It'll help with the the listings of some of these centralized exchanges. So for those people that aren't familiar, these centralized exchanges, in order to not give tokens, take a lot of money in cash. You don't want to give them $40,000 in tokens because they're going to dump your chart. So it's a little bit harder to get listed on centralized exchanges than you might think because of the amount of cash that it takes. The NFTs will be something that aids us in that because even though the marketing wallet is big, it is fat. If we got just one top centralized exchange listing, that money would be gone. Just with that, just kind of give you an idea of how expensive it is. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on in the development front.
And that doesn't slow us down. We're just looking for more ways to get on more centralized exchange, but we want to get on only the good ones. And luckily, there are other people in DeFi that has helped us out as well to tell us to avoid what pitfalls and tell us where to go. We've been very fortunate. The team is very fortunate for those within the DeFi community, other team leads and people on other teams, other CEO, so many amazing people came to us and said, "Hey, listen, we like what you're doing. We want to help you. Here's what we think is a good idea for you guys. Here's what worked for us. We are insanely fortunate for that to happen. And hopefully that'll be a day I could give some, some gratitude openly about these people. But at the moment, they just want to work behind the scenes and let us know. But it's something we do appreciate. And like the new logo, it looks amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, the current logo is absolutely beautiful. And if you like that current logo, I'm telling you right now, I've seen it, Sean's seen it. It looks really good. It's gonna take some time still to develop it. Mike is still getting it sorted out, but from what we've seen, it looks absolutely amazing. And we know you guys are gonna absolutely love the new logo. So we have up next marketing.
Yes.
This is something that you've been really behind for a while now working on. You really set all this up from what but so take it away. Let us know what you think of what's going on with this.
Yep. So obviously we're not just talking. When we keep saying the reason why we haven't been doing crazy marketing is because you can't just do a one-off thing like, oh, let me get this ad on PooCoin and then call it a day. It has to be a campaign. Like when we launched, we went heavy with the YouTube campaign. It's where me and Joe live. We know everyone on YouTube. So that was our starting campaign. But me and the rest of the founders got together and we teamed up with Brothers Marketing. So it's not an official partnership. We're I guess in the tier before that, but all the founders, we actually pulled our money together and we actually paid for that working relationship together so that they can aid us in kind of getting to that next level. For those that don't know Brothers Marketing, they are huge in the space. They know what they're doing. As good as I think we are, they are even next level above us. So we're in the works right now, getting everything set up. If it goes as planned, we're probably gonna be starting Monday with that next marketing push. And we're talking ads, we're talking AMAs, we're talking other KOLs, we're talking trending. Of course, we're talking more YouTube videos. So we've kind of been stagnant, getting everything lined up, but this week should be fun. Like I said, Monday, we're going to start rolling out AMAs and doing different things. So you should start seeing a lot of price movement and a lot of action heading into this week. Because if you kind of put into perspective, we got up to about 11 million. And that is just within, I guess you can say, our circle of influence. Everyone that we know, Joe, everyone that, our close YouTube contacts are for, that's all we've tapped into. We have not tapped into that broader crypto market yet at all. So we are in our infancy and we are already sitting in such a good position. So just imagine once we get that real marketing campaign that we're about to get rolled out and we start reaching the masses, how crazy this thing can get. And, we've already kind of got like, I guess you can say a proof of concept. We've been around for about 40-ish days now. And, so you got actually something to look back on. You got a chart to look back on. You got everything to look back on from, watching us get to work, watching us do what we say we're going to do and all that good stuff. So yeah, really, really looking forward to this coming week. So I kind of clear my schedule next week. Now I'm going out of town at the end of next week, but kind of clear my schedule so that this week I can solely concentrate on everything that we got to do here. So we'll also be putting out a list of all the AMAs so that everyone can hop on over, the usual thing. So as we keep adding them, I'm compiling the list and we'll go ahead hopefully Sunday and start releasing where we're going to be at Monday and Tuesday and different things like that. So very exciting.
Yeah. And one thing before I add anything, actually, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to put the questions right now. Type them in, let us know if you have any question about anything. We'd love to answer them in our Q&A segment coming up soon. But one thing about Brothers Marketing I want to add as well is go online, look them up, look at the project talked about, and look how these projects have done. I mean, success story after success story after success story after success story. We currently are around $4.6 million market cap, and we just got locked in with them. And if you can look at other projects in the past, I mean, that alone, in my opinion, that alone is something that should get you guys going crazy, because we are in the beginning of another marketing push by a team of people that are very experienced and know exactly what they're doing. And of course, this is only one of many other things we're looking to do as our team, to get more of that as well. So Sean's right. Within our own spirit influence, we really went crazy in the crypto market and made a huge impact. And as we expand more, as time goes on, as we allegedly, and I think we will, enter the green market, our spear is going to get massive. I always say, and I really mean it, look around, because it's going to get a lot more crowded. If you're on Reddit, if you're on Discord, listen, it's going to get crazy in there. We need those mods in there because those people are about to get put into overtime. Of course, obviously Telegram, it is going to be wild, and it's going to be really hard to read chat sometimes. I guarantee you, because of what we're looking to do as a community and as a team. We're looking to expand this to everyone. We want everyone to see what we're doing because we really want to lead the pack in DeFi. And Sean, me, Matt, Mark, Mike. I mean, we are just constantly figuring out new ways and innovative ways that are just putting us and giving us a huge advantage over everyone else. And I'm not trying to put Elder Scrolls down, not at all. Rising tide does raise all ships. But what we are looking at is ways to just go beyond. And we have so many cool ideas, so many things that are being rolled out already in the near future. And obviously, when we enter that green market, so strap in because it's going to be an amazing ride. And for those who are involved in the 6-month staking pool, you're already locked in, but get ready because it's going to be absolutely wild what's going to be happening soon.
Yep. And I also wanted to point out that we didn't purposely go stagnant. We didn't purposely put anything on hold. It just takes time to set everything up. But in the meantime, some of our bigger holders did decide to sell down, which again, I know people get frustrated and don't like to see it, but it is a necessary evil as we kind of move to that next leg up. We can't have people holding too high of a percent because obviously we know what can happen once we start reaching those crazy levels. So again, it was a necessary evil. It's something that is a part of crypto. And shaking off some of them whales was just something that needed to be done one way or another. And, the people that did do it, I'm sure they were up 50 to 100x. So awesome. They made money. Everybody's winning as we go into, our next leg up. So just kind of wanted to point that out.
And myself personally, as a project progresses and matures within the community, as the community matures, the whales we get moving forward are more mature. They have higher price targets in which they want to sell and higher aspirations and goals than those who got in early and became, let's be honest, became a whale like almost immediately because they got it at a great price. And as we mature and continually mature as a project, we're gonna get whales that aren't gonna look at a $10 million market cap and go, "Oh, that's good." So no. They're going to be looking at a way bigger market cap, and they're going to hold a bigger position because of their goals. And we're starting to see it already, especially when we first started. But our whales are definitely looking to mature as time goes on, and we're going to get some more stronger diamond-handed whales as time goes on that are looking for higher market caps to even consider selling.
Yep, exactly. But I think we covered everything as far as the news and information. If we want to get to some questions, we're about halfway through the show, so perfect timing. If we get to some questions.
Absolutely, guys. If you guys have any questions, once again, this is a great opportunity to ask those questions right now, guys. Make sure to go ahead and ask them here on YouTube. Pop in if you have anything at all, because I know a lot of people, like our buddy Mooncoon said something over here. Brothers made some moves in the past. By the way, I love Mooncoon. There's a whole side arc. I'm not sure if anyone will ever hear, but I love this guy. Mooncoon's great. But yeah, no, he's right. Brothers have made moves in the past, and for anyone out there, check them out because man, these people they don't play, they don't mess around. They're serious, and
Yep.
it was a huge deal to get in with them.
Yeah, I mean they've helped people into the hundreds of millions of market cap. Like I said, while I think we do know what we're doing. We've got us to this point, but we needed someone bigger than us to get us to that next level. And we're not arrogant enough to think that we are the top dogs because we're not. So we got us to where we're at, which is an awesome position. So we knew it was time to look out and find someone better than us to get us to that next level. So, and it's not just brothers. We're not in any kind of exclusive deal or anything like that. We're going to be working with other KOLs to just reach every single aspect of this space that we can reach. Because the goal, literally, like we always say, is to be the crypto, the ecosystem, whatever you want to say, of 2024. When this bull market rolls around and everyone's in DeFi, we want Operation Phoenix on everyone's lips. We want everyone to know who we are.
And it's one of those things where, like, if you go to like a store and people are talking about it, and you already been involved in it, it's just an insanely good feeling. Like, I'm not sure. I bought Dogecoin, and it was like 2 cents, and it was like 70, whatever. And I remember just walking around, seeing people talk about it, and I think I made like $5,000. I didn't put a lot in, but I made like $5,000. I was so excited knowing that when no one looked at it, I was that guy. I was there. And now that everyone's talking about it, your position's absolutely insane, and this is a great feeling in general. Hannon got a question. He says, I'm a big OG SafeMoon investor, and I lost 20,000 with SafeMoon. I like you,
Oh,
but tell me, what's between Operation Phoenix and SafeMoon?
oh, that's an
Oh
easy
man,
answer.
there's so many ways I can break it down by the person in SafeMoon, but okay. So we'll split this up real quickly, because I know Sean has more stuff, and because we love talking about this, because and I'm gonna tell you, we're trying to brand it from SafeMoon, but when you bring this question to us, we eat this up, because one of the first things about SafeMoon was SafeMoon would constantly tell you things they would do, things they would deliver on, and never happen. Oh, also, yeah, Operation Phoenix has constantly said we're going to do something, and we have delivered. We have not missed one deadline, and we're 40 days old. SafeMoon has had years and have continually missed deadlines. So that's number one. Number two, John Karony, the CEO of SafeMoon, is currently having a legal battle because he likes to steal from his own holders. Where people like myself, I've been served a legal notice when I first went against SafeMoon and warned everybody about John Karony stealing from holders. John Karony was using holder funds to sue myself, his uncle, and actually CoffeeZilla. Well, at least to say, hey, listen, if you keep talking about SafeMoon, we're going to sue you. He used holders funds to do that. And there's a lot of BS, there's a lot of lies, but what we are here is we like to see ourselves as the next stage. We like to see ourselves as if we were given 5%, if we were given SafeMoon, what would we do? And the answer is Operation Phoenix. We would do for the holders. As SafeMoon pretended to do for the holders, we are. As they said they were, they're wrong. We are. And that's the most truthful thing about it. But Sean, what do you think about the difference between Operation Phoenix and SafeMoon?
Yeah. So on the other side, it's flat. It's simple. We deliver on what we say we're going to do. So again, the first month, I said it on the last Phoenix Friday, the goal wasn't to concentrate on revenue, but we've had our DEX fees. We had one swap partner. We made $1,500, which burnt the chart. This new DEX is going to make us a crazy amount of money, but the goal is to deliver. So keep in mind, we're 40 days in, we have a DEX. And then we have an upgraded DEX coming up. We have our launch pad. Again, our partner, I know I've said it multiple weeks now. It is coming very, very soon. Making sure everything's perfect for that, because our first launch on our launch pad needs to go perfect. That's going to get us money. Then we have our swapper. We have our burn lotto. We have our merch shop. We have 3 different staking pools. So at the end of the day, we're here to do what we're going to say, and we've done exactly that. We have our NFT marketplace coming up. We have our blockchain coming up. We have our wallet coming up. We have our partnership with Mark and our cross-chain swapper coming up. So again, we're not just sitting back and just saying we're going to do something, and a month later, nothing's happened. 2 months later, nothing's happened. 3 months later, nothing's happened. No. We say we're going to do it, and we do it. We get it done, and we move on. And every single thing that I just named benefits Operation Phoenix in one way, shape, or form, whether it's buying the token, whether it's burning the token, whether it's sending it to staking, because that's another thing. With this revenue, we want it to self-sustain the staking pools so that we're not just pulling from supply and giving people free tokens. The goal is to sustain it. So from my point of view, because that's what I mainly work on, is that the utility and the release of everything is what's going to make Operation Phoenix way better than SafeMoon, because we're actually going to do what they said they would do, but obviously did not do.
And it's an excellent question you had, because I know a lot of people are going to have that question as time goes on and more people get back involved in crypto, especially those who were in the last green market. They're going to ask the same question, and it's an excellent question, and it's a fair question, because I know you're probably going, well, what's between you and John? Well, we're not taking your money and putting it in our pocket. We're building as a community, as a team, and we're constantly looking to do more things that are innovative, actual innovation, and not just talk about it. We love it when our community asks us questions, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. It's regardless. It's your money, you're invested or you're involved, and we don't want to insult you by saying we don't want to answer that. We don't want anything you have to say. We love to answer anything out there within this community. We love to have, because as we get bigger, we're gonna understand and more people are gonna have questions, and we want to be there for you guys. We're doing this constantly.
Yep. And every single day that goes by, we become more and more of a proven commodity. I've said since day one of Phoenix Friday is don't just look at us and listen to me and just listen to me say we're going to do it. Sit back and hold us accountable and make us do it. And that's exactly what we've done. Like I said, every day that goes by, we're just more and more of a proven commodity. Also, I'm not trying to be John. Joe's not trying to be John. Mike's not. None of us are trying to be John. We're not trying to be a CEO. We are literally just glorified community members. Obviously, we have to have people leading the ship. it's not a meme token that just runs on its own. So we're just glorified community members at the end of the day. That's all we do. Everything we do, there's no single figurehead making the decisions. We debated and yell at each other in the back room, figured out what's the best route to go. We asked the community. If we put it up to the community, we always go the direction you guys want us to go. So that's what we're doing. We're building an actual community here, not just one person. Again, Joe, you've talked about it. I don't want anyone putting me on pedestal, you on a pedestal, anything like that. We're just like you guys. We're just the forefront of it, trying to get it done for everybody.
And the biggest utility in any crypto project is trust. And we don't want you to give it to us. We want to earn it. And we as a team, we work really hard for that. We want to earn trust, because without it, I mean, you just have faith, and faith's not bad. Don't get me wrong. There's always time for faith. But when there's trust mixed in with that faith, that's a phenomenal combination entering into the green market. And that's what we're looking to do. And we're really trying really hard. So Zishan came in and said, when you gonna send me the new logo? I gotta change the memes now to work chat. You're gonna want to hit up Mike about that.
Yep. Now it's gonna be a process. So, we're gonna introduce a logo to you guys, and there'll probably be a variation of our new logo will be out, our old logo will be out, because like with CMC and different things like that, we're not in control of changing it. We don't just hop on there and change it ourselves. We got to submit a ticket, all that fun stuff. So it's going to be a gradual process. So yeah, the community will be, I should say, one of the first ones to get their hands on it. So yeah, you can do it, take it, do your thing with it. I got to order me a new poster, because obviously that's going to be old, but yeah, you guys will be one of the first ones to see it and first ones to get your hands on it.
Well, again, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. If you have anything you want to say, let us know. We love reading what you guys say. We read constantly, even if you don't think we're in chat. We're constantly reading because we love to hear what you guys have to say. We have General Toso says, when windmills in Gambia with non-stick spray on the blades. Sorry, guys, I had to. Yeah, if we say we're going to do some goofy thing like windmills, just know we're actually going to do it. Not just, pretend and then drag it along, and then if anyone questions the windmills, we ban them. No. If we're going to do something wild like that, we'll tell you, we'll do it. Like, we have no qualms saying, hey, guys, let's get it going. But yeah, we don't have any plans for windmills in Gambia anytime soon. Especially with the non-stick spray. We're not trying to be that guy. Then we have a question from Norman Osborne. He says, when did we launch? From today, it'd be
February 1st. Yeah, February 1st. February 1st we launched, which was a hell of a launch day. But yeah, February 1st.
Oh, it was a wild day for sure. Daddy B, he says, what was the Portherium payment?
So the guy, I believe he either owns it, I'm not exactly sure, with the Portherium guy, but that's Mark's front end guy. He's the guy that's building the front end for our decks. But I think he owns, if I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right, but I believe he owns Portherium. So yeah, that's just a payment for the front end of the decks. Now, with our partnership with Mark, we're actually not paying him for any of these developments. So the solidity of the decks didn't cost us anything. We just had to pay for the front end development.
Yeah. Once again, if you have any more questions, let us know. We love answering your questions. We love talking with you guys. If you guys have any question whatsoever, please let us know, because we're here to answer any question. And like I said, when this AMA is done, we still get together. We still work on things for this project. And there's a lot of things that are being done behind the scenes. And I mean, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite thing from this AMA? My personal favorite thing is going to be Brothers Marketing, because that was a home run. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. And I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. And like I said, definitely check out what they've done in the past with other projects. Just check that out and then bring it over here, and just know that we are now, we have them and working with them. So it's gonna be something we're really excited about.
Yep, it is. And we didn't even hesitate to go ahead and pay that service fee to get them on our side. We wanted to keep as much money in that marketing wallet as possible. So yeah, it wasn't even a question. We're like, let's do it. Because it's that big of a deal to work with them and their expertise and their knowledge to really help us, like I said, propel to that next level.
Lars says, what market cap do you think is possible for Operation Phoenix?
So we can't speak on market cap, but you're going to look at market caps in the sense that you're not going to surpass, let's say, Bitcoin or Apple or things like that. But you can look at similar projects market cap. Our supply is 100 million. Do the math on what is possible. Again, that's something just as founders, even though it's decentralized and stuff like that, is something that we're never going to speak on as far as price. But do the math, and you'll have a really good idea of what's possible.
As a YouTuber, it's really hard because those videos I love doing these videos because like my favorite videos to do is speculation. They're so fun to do because there's no wrong answer. Only the future can provide the actual answer. As time goes on and the project's still around, it gets more fun. And unfortunately, like Sean said, we can't give an answer. You can't say, hey Joe, you think it's gonna go up a nickel? We can't do any of that stuff. We just can't give you anything. Unfortunately, I want to badly. I'm chopping on the bit, but we just can't because of the position we're currently in, unfortunately. But
I
everyone
got
else
one. I got one for you, Joe.
partnership with Squidgrow, maybe? Oh hell yes. Oh man, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one because I'm trying to think how to answer this without getting. I'm trying not to get Satoshi mad at me. Let me say this. I love Squidgrow. Sean loves Squidgrow. The team loves Squidgrow. We love Satoshi. He is an amazing person. If you guys don't know who he is absolutely amazing. I consider the guy like a mentor. I mean, he is just a very smart guy, a very hardworking guy who doesn't need to work hard. Like I could keep going about him. He's awesome. And obviously, Squidgrow is something that I find near and dear to my heart. I'm a big fan of Squidgrow. I love the community. I love everything about it. As far as a partnership, we can't really give any kind of answer. Only time. That's all we can say. Time will tell. And I don't want to blue ball you guys here, but only time can tell. We can't really give an answer on things unless we know what's going to happen. Once again, we're not SafeMoon. SafeMoon will say, yes, on August 18th at 4:82 p.m. or 52 p.m., we will do this. And then it doesn't happen. And you guys are like, what the hell? So we're not going to be that guy. If we do have something that's guaranteed, we will do it. Until then, we can't say anything, unfortunately. That's almost like politically correct answer I could give. All right, so Daddy B says, "Are we considering building any AI utilities?" Question from a Reddit member. What do you think, Sean? Oh, Sean, you're muted. Sean, wait.
So gotcha. So AI isn't something that I'm overly familiar with as of right now. It's not a direction that we're headed, but I mean, who knows with time, with Mark, different things like that. I have covered a lot of AI projects. It's definitely the wave of the future. So I can say as of right now, it's not something in development, but I mean, I can see that being a reality somewhere down the line that we would veer towards AI. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. We're not just gonna immediately push it to the side. If it's something that can benefit the project, the holders, the whole community, we're always open to listen to it. Absolutely. The So then we have the Squid Phoenix NFT would be lit. Yeah, no, listen, there's a lot of cool ideas, and trust me, this is something that like we're just talking about like right now in the AMA. We're talking about this behind the scenes. All of us when we hit each other up, we're like, oh man, it'd be cool. We could do this. It'd be cool. We could do this. But once again, it's all speculation. Nothing's for sure at the moment. We're definitely looking to do a lot of cool things, and hopefully, once we have once we know we're going to be able to do it, we'll launch it out there for you guys. Trust me. You don't have no idea how badly I want to say certain things like about like, oh yeah, us and X is doing this, and I can't wait, and it's gonna be cool. But we have to be patient, and we have to wait until it's 100%. 99% is never 100%. It's just like everything else in life. I will be 99%. I won't say nothing, but when we're 100%, then we can start talking about what is. That's very important. Mr. B says, when will we have a project on the launch pad?
So they're finishing up. Talked to them this morning. They're finishing up a couple final things, and it really should be really soon. Again, it was important for the first one. So for the record, we could have had some launched already. There's definitely been people reaching out to me that want to get on it. It's people that I weren't as familiar with. With this first one, I wanted to go with someone that I have a relationship with, that I was familiar with. They weren't looking to do a crazy big raise. I can tell you right now, it's just going to be a simple 25 BNB raise. They're going to be doing a lot of the same stuff that Operation Phoenix did at launch to hopefully propel them. I mean, is it possible for them to do with us? I'm not going to do what we did at launch. I'm not going to say that for a second. No one knows. But yeah, it's going to be coming soon. Then after we kind of launch that first one, then the floodgates will open. We'll get our feet wet. The first one will be out of the way, and then we'll move on. And so hopefully, bigger and better launches as time goes on, community grows. We can do bigger raises, which means just more money for Operation Phoenix and things like that. Hopefully, a lot of these launch partners get on our decks. So when we do have a big time launch partner, getting that day one and day two volume on the decks is just super important to everything we have. Because remember, guys, every single transaction on the decks, be it buy, be it sell, sends different stuff to different wallets, but also raises the value of everything at the same time. So again, it's just going to be next level. So super excited for all that.
General Toso says squidgrow whale is 5 trillion or more. Are you in that club, Joe? What are we considering a whale in Operation Phoenix? All right, this is how it works. If you guys already, and you know this already, the squidgrow whale is literally Fight Club. We don't talk about squidgrow. We don't talk about it. If you're in it, you don't talk about it. We just know. Okay, that's the only thing I can say about that. I can't say anything else. So I'm throwing it out there. As far as a whale in Operation Phoenix, there's probably a number, but what I want to throw out there, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, is the whales are in the beginning. Obviously, a lot of them are starting to sell off and have sold off and are getting weaker. And we're getting new whales that have a higher price target, meaning that these whales that these whales are going to hold more stronger because they got in around the $4, $5, $6, $7 million market cap, and they want to hold this to a higher price target. Whereas those who got in early, who are whales, are more than likely unloading. Some are still holding, but a lot of them have unloaded. So moving forward from here, we do have a number. I don't know if we have any kind of a chart on that or anything like that, but maybe something we'll consider and work on as far as getting a number for what legally makes a whale in Operation Phoenix. But I don't know off the top of my head. Do you know, Sean?
I mean, kind of like with any project, it's kind of, I would say, because we're getting slimmer and slimmer on the million token holders, which is good. Which that's a lot of tokens. Obviously, day one it was nothing, but today it's a lot. It's so hard to say. Like I said, it's kind of objective. In my mind, if you hold over 500,000, you're definitely a whale. But as time goes on, too, that number is going to get smaller and smaller. You get to a point in time where if you hold 100,000, you'll probably be considered a major whale. Which means just the market caps increase, which is awesome.
And with the burn, it also has a massive impact. One thing I'm going to throw out there, I always joke around about this, but it's so true. In the beginning with Bitcoin, if you bought 1,000 Bitcoin, you went to go brag to anybody, you get laughed at. It's like saying, "Oh, I own 10 Operation Phoenix." People are like, "Who cares? I can go buy that right now in 2 seconds." Like, you'll get laughed at. But now, if you have 1,000 Bitcoin, people ain't laughing at you. They're like, "Yo, that dude right there. Whatever he does, I'm following that guy." So as time goes on, and Sean's 100% correct on this, our whales are going to get stronger, and those who hold will obviously be dominant. But those who even hold right now, let's say, and Sean made a great point, let's say you have 100,000 tokens, you might not be seen as a whale today, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be seen as a whale in the future. And depending on how fast the burn is, depending on everything that we are growing within this ecosystem, that can definitely come a lot faster than I think a lot of people give it credit for.
Yep. Another question for you, Joe.
Pretty sure Satoshi follows Operation Phoenix. I think he has Operation. I cannot talk about any of that. I'll tell you this right now. Satoshi definitely does. He got mad at me because I didn't tell him about Operation Phoenix in the beginning because I think I was sick or I was running around. I was like doing something, and I didn't get a chance to tell a lot of people. One of them was Satoshi, which would ideally be the first one I would tell. So he's like, "What the hell, dude?" But as far as that, once again, as far as what he holds and what he doesn't hold, I can't speak to that. He's the kind of person that really likes his privacy. But like I said, he's a guy who I definitely look up to in DeFi. He's a guy who I think, in my opinion, is going to be. So this is my theory, but there's always like a leader in totality, and I look at Satoshi like obviously we're founders of this project. We want to be we're definitely the leaders of this project, but there's always more people that are just you look up to. Steve Jobs had a role model, and I think that's the way I see it with Satoshi. Not that I'm saying I'm Steve Jobs, not even close to that guy. That dude is so like next level. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like Chuck Norris had a mentor. Everyone has a mentor, and I think it's important to acknowledge humbling yourself before a mentor. And Satoshi definitely is someone I look at and I'm like, this guy's this next level.
I already see the next headline on Twitter. Joe thinks he's he's Steve Jobs. That's going to be the next headline.
There you go, Fudders. That's for you guys. Now you have something to complain about. Michael for real says, 40 days. Just keep building and getting the foundation in place. Definitely the best way forward.
Yep.
And listen, Sean was. I just got over a code. I still have a little bit of code. Sean just got over code. We were still like nonstop, with the team, with the community, trying to get things done. Like me and Sean are at 100%, but we're still like, hey, listen, we're gonna have to get in here. We're gonna have to get in here and have a good time, and obviously talk about things that's been going on. Like Sean's sick as a dog. I remember was like, hey guys, how's it go? And just still getting the job done. And that's what I think people have to understand is during Valentine's Day, this is our passion. We love DeFi. We love crypto and we love this community. And sick on holidays, this is what we love. And to us, this is something that we constantly do.
Yep. And speaking of that, foundations are very, very important. Now, why it would have been amazing to shoot up to 100 million, it could have also had some very bad ramifications at the same time, with especially in the beginning, our LP was a lot weaker than it is now. This entire time, 1% has been going back to the LP. We're probably approaching about $50,000 that we bought and burned, paired with LP and different things like that. So going too fast, too quick can actually be the exact opposite. Now, while a few people might walk away as happy as ever, the rest of the people may be left holding the bag. So building that foundation, strengthening that LP, getting all the utilities ready, exactly what we're doing and building it the way we're building is kind of how we see that it needs to be done. And, we're got to that 11 million, we consolidated. And now, as we stated with Brothers Marketing, we're now ready to hopefully go to that next level.
Yeah, and once again, we're not looking to go anywhere besides here. We want to be here with everybody. We have plans to get more people involved. We have plans, and we're rolling them out in real time. And we're talking about what we're doing in real time as far as this crypto project and maintaining the best communication. There's a lot of great people in DeFi as well that have our backs. Obviously, some are a little bit upset about safemoon, so they don't want to be known at the moment, which is fair and fine. Nobody wants to have that negativity, but we definitely are looking to be the next level of safemoon, minus all the harassment, all the attacks. We're here because we love DeFi. We're here because we're looking to build, and the amount of people you'd be shocked to know who they are is with us because they love it too. And Sean, Matt, Mark, Mike. I mean, these guys, even all our mods. I mean, all our mods, just amazing people who love DeFi, who said, hey, listen, what can I do to get involved in this, even in any way, shape, or form, because they're so in love with what we're doing. And that's obviously going to be taking what safemoon did, but actually delivering on it. And that's something that, once again, me and Sean, our passion just, it's next level. Like we talk about it constantly about what else can we do. And we love this community. And we're definitely looking forward to what's going to be happening soon.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Like I said, bring it on, Mark. Was just the right idea. And he wanted everything he's doing right now. He wanted to do this for safemoon. They just, for whatever reason, hamstrung him and wouldn't allow him to do his thing. So we're giving him that freedom to do his thing, and the stuff he's doing is just absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's gonna be a big part of what we build. And yeah, we're super excited to be working with him, and I can't wait for him to come on soon and talk about the decks and just get everyone excited, and just everyone can see the vision of why this is such a big deal for Operation Phoenix, because it's massive. Again, because I was wrapping my head around it for a minute, it took me a second to realize it. But yeah, it's a massive deal what we have coming up.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to be ending the live stream right now. Once again, guys, make sure to go over to social media, Twitter, Discord. Reddit, my buddy Daddy B, a great friend of ours, as well as, of course, Telegram. We'll be in all these social medias, whether we're reading or we're there constantly. And me and the guys, we're gonna be there. We're really excited about what's going on. And once again, huge shout out to everybody. Thank you to everybody, and of course to Sean as well for being here on this amazing Phoenix Friday. John, like I said, Sean, Matt, these guys are just rock stars. But we're just getting the band together. It's just getting started, and I'm excited, Sean and the guys. I mean, we are really excited about what's going to be happening. So we'll see you next Friday, guys. It'll be Friday at 3:00. Squidgrow Joe, Sean, anything you want to say, buddy?
No, just that you are going to see. I know a lot of people track it. You're going to see some funds moving out of the market and wallet these next few days. We're lighting everything up. Like I said, Monday, we're going to get started with our AMAs, get everything rolling. So you're going to see money rolling out. We're getting stuff lined up, and we're super excited for this week coming. So hang out this weekend, hang out with the family, and get ready for hopefully a wild ride ahead of us this coming Monday.
Have a good one, guys.